Well, welcome back. And in this story titled Sahasinah Parajayah. Parajayah means defeat. Sahasi means someone who is very adventurous. Sahasinah Parajayah, the defeat of someone who is adventurous. So this Sahasinah is in Shashti Vibhakti Ekavachanam. Sahasi is Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam. Okay. कस्मिंश्चित् गहने अरण्य प्रदेशे केचन किरात जातीयाः वसन्ति स्म. Kirata jati means some forest tribals, like that we can take. We have a kavyam called Kirartarjuniyam. Kirartarjuniyam is the kavyam where the Arjuna and Shiva, when Arjuna was doing tapasa, Shiva came, Arjuna was doing tapas for Pashupatastra from Shiva. So Shiva came as a Kirata, like that we studied in some literature, Kirartarjuniyam, like that. So Kirataha means the forest dwellers. Kasminchit Gahane Aranya Pradesh, in some very dense, Gahana means very dense forest area, some Kirata Jatiyaha Vasanti Sma. So forest tribals were living. Simhabalaha nama Viraha Tesham Nayakaha Asite. So the leader of that tribal community was Simhabalaha, like that named person. Tasya netritve sarve kirataha vinaklesham santoshena sahajivanam kurvanti sma. Santoshena sahajivanam kurvanti sma. It should be like that. Tasya netritve, in his leadership, sarve kirataha, all that forest dwellers, vinaklesham, vinaklesham means without any difficulty, santoshena saha jivanam kurvanti sma. Or we can say sahajivanam, means they were living happily. Kanichana dinani atitani, some days passed by. Simhabalaha vriddhaha jataha, and that leader became old. Yaha yavane nishaknaha nishastraha san vyaghram sammukhi kritya kevala mushti praharena eva marayati sma. Saha idanim dandasya sahayena vina chalitim na shaknoti sma. Okay, this sentence, Yaha yavane nishastraha san, he who in his youthful days, nishastraha san, being without arms or any weapons, vyaghram sammukhi kritya. Sammukhi kritya means facing a tiger, kevala mushti praharena eva. Only by mushti prakara means that hitting. Marayati sma, he who can kill a tiger just by hitting by his own hands without any weapons in his youthful days, saha, that person, idanim, now, dandasya sahayena vina, without the help of a stick, chalitim na shaknoti sma, he is unable to walk. Danda here is like a walking stick. Yaha adinam mahata parishramena karyam kritva api utsaha murtihi iva vyavaharati sma. Yaha, he who, that person, adinam mahata parishramena karyam kritva api, even after doing the entire day very tiresome work, utsaha murtihi iva vyavaharati sma. Utsaha murti means like a pleasant idol. Utsaha means having the spirit of doing so many activities, energetic. He who was behaving, saha, that person, idanim alpam duram kramitum api kashtam anubhaviti sma. Alpam duram kramitum api means even to walk a little bit of distance, he is feeling kashtam anubhavati sma. He feels difficulty. Yaha purvam nirayudhataya vyagra simhadinam marayati sma. He who in the youthful time, purvam means earlier, in his youthful time, nirayudhataya, without any weapon, vyagra simhadinam marayati sma, who was killing tiger and the lion. Tasya eva hastaha idanim kampana karanataha बाणप्रयोगे अपि असमर्थाः आसन्. His own hands, because of shivering, now it is unable to shoot arrows. वार्धक्यकारणतः शरीरशक्तिः क्षीणतां गच्छति. Because of old age, the body strength, it gets weakened. वार्धक्य दशायाम means in the old age. वार्धक्य दशायाम अपि नायक पदे, नायक पदवी means that that leader post, स्थितः न शोभते इति चिन्तितवान् सः. So he thought even in the old age, sticking to that post as a leader is not appreciable or advisable. Shobhate means it won't shine, it won't make any glory. Ataha kiratanam nayakatvam anyasmai samarthaya samarpaniyam iti saha nirnitivam. Samarthaya anyasmai means one who is capable of. For someone who is capable of Kiratanam Nayakatvam, the leadership of that rebel community, Samarpaniyam, it is to be submitted. It is aha nirnitavan, like that he decided. Vastutaha Kirata Jato Balavattamaha eva Nayakaha Bhavetiti Niyamaha. Actually, in that tribal community, Balavattamaha means one who is the strongest of all. Saha eva Nayakaha Bhavetiti Niyamaha. That is only the rule there or the practice there. One who is strongest amongst all, he shall be the leader. Ataha yakopi nayaka padavyartham spardhitum shaknoti sma. Because of that, anyone can compete for that leader post. Kintu simhabalasya vishaye sarvesham puja bhavah asit iti karanena kepi nayaka padavyartham na spardhitavantaha. Because they all respected the Simhabala, nobody competed for that leader post. Simhabalasya putraha na asit, and Simhabala was not having any son. Eka eva putri, he had only one daughter. Tasyaha nama Mallika, and her name is Mallika. Sa atyantam sundari asit, and she was very beautiful. Nayakasya yadi putraha nasyat tarhi tasya putri bhavinam nayakam vruniyat iti tesham sampradayah. Nayakasya yadi putraha nasyat, if the leader is not having a son, tarhi, then tasya putri, the leader's daughter, bhavinam nayakam vruniyat, she shall marry the future leader. Iti tesham sampradayah. Like that, it is their customary practices. Nayaka chayanartham kathina spardha bhavati sma. And to choose that leader, a very kathina spardha means a very severe competition. It happens. Spardha kashtakari iti jnatva api bahavaha yuvakaha Mallika praptavya iti swapnam pashyantaha asan. Even though the competition is somewhat very difficult, but many people wanted to marry Mallika, so they were trying for that post. Tadrisheshu yuvakeshu anyatamaha karnashringaha. Amongst such youths who were competing to get that leader post exclusively to marry Mallika, one of the best person is Karnashringaha, like that a person's name. Saha ativa sundaraha balavancha. He is very strong and handsome. Mallikayaha api tasmin mahati pritihi. And Mallika also had some affection, love with him. Tau tada tada ekante militva sambhashanam kurtaha sma. And both of them were meeting in some secluded place and they were talking. Ekam shubham dinam nishchitya simmabalaha udghoshanam kritavan. So fixing a good day, that Simmabala, leader of the tribal community, he made announcement. Nayaka padavyartam spardhaha bhavishyanti. Yaha spardhayam jeshyati tena saha mallikayaha vivahaha bhavishyati iti. So for the post of leader, the competition will happen and whoever wins, she shall marry Mallika, like that. विषयं ज्ञात्वा कर्णशृङ्गः मल्लिकां लब्धवानिव नितरां सन्तुष्टः. So, listening to the announcement of that competition, this Karnashringaha was happy as if he got Mallika. Mallikam labdhavan iva, as if he got. Nitaram santushtaha. He became very happy. स्वशक्ति विषये महान विश्वासः अभिमानश्च आसीत् तस्य. And he had so much pride on his Shakti, on his power, and he had great belief. अतः अन्यान् सर्वान् पराजितान् करोमि इति सः भावितवान्. So he felt, I will win all, like that. किन्तु तत्र एव शिखिमुखः नाम अन्यः कश्चित् युवकः आसीत्. But in that tribal group, Shikhimukaha, like that, some other person was there, young person, Yuvakaha. Tasya pita na asit, and his father was not there. Kevalam mata Chamundika asit, and his mother Chamundika was there. Tasyaha patihi Balabhadraha mahane Shaktishali asit. That is, this Shikimuka's father Balabhadraha or Chamundikayaha patihi Balabhadraha mahani Shaktishali asit. He was of great strength. Yada Simmabalaha Nutanataya Nayakaha Abhavat Tada Saha Madena Uktavan asit yate Mam Jetum Kaha Samattaha iti. When Simmabala became a leader, Nutanataya means newly when he became leader, Saha Madena Uktavan Kaha Balabhadraha. This Balabhadra told with some Mada, means some pride. Mam Jetum Kaha Samartaha iti. Who is capable of winning me? Like that. Atrantare Tena Balabhadrasya Samartyam Jnatam. And in the meantime, that Simmabala, he came to know Balabhadra's capacity or capability, Samarthyam. Tada Saha Balabhadraha Mamapekshaya Balavan asti. Then that leader told, Balabhadraha Mamapekshaya Balavan asti. Balabhadra is very strong compared to me. Ataha Sahamam Parajitya Nayakaha Bhavet iti Bhitya Tena Saha Vairam Kritva Rahasyataya Tam Maritavan Asite. Ataha, thinking that this Balabhadraha is stronger than me, the leader, now who is old, that Simmabalaha, Saha Mam Parajitya Nayakaha Bhavet iti Bhitya, out of the fear that he may win me or defeat me and become the leader, Tena Saha Vairam Kritva, having some enmity with him, Rahasyataya Tam Maritavan Asit. Secretly he killed him. Yetat Jnatva Chamundika Simmabalam Rahasi Militva. And knowing this Chamundika, the Balabhadrasya Patni, Simmabalam Rahasi Militva, meeting that leader Simmabala in Rahasi means secretly or in person, Boho Simmabala, He Simmabala, Mama Patihi Nayaka Padavim My husband Nayaka Padavim, the leader post, Prapniyatiti Dveshena. With the jealous of he may get that post, Bhavane tam maritavan khalu. You killed him, Tathapi mama putraha shikimukaha agre ekasmin dine nayakaha bhavishyat. Even then, my son Shikimukaha one day in future will become a leader. Yesha mama pratikya iti uktavati. This is my promise, like that, or this is my vow, like that. Tada Simmabalaha darpena vyavaharan. Then that Simmabala, who is the youthful leader, darpena vyavaharan. Darpa is a type of arrogance. In an arrogant way behaving, tatha swapne api naiva bhavishyati. That won't happen even in dream. Anyasya kasyapi sahayam vina asahayayah nirgadikayah bhavatyah putraha katham nayakah bhavishyati iti ahamapi drakshyami iti tiraskara purvakam uktavan asite. Anyasya kasyapi sahayam vina, without the help of others, asahayayah nirgatikayah bhavatyah putraha. The son of you who is not having any gati. Nirgati means positionless. Asahaya means helpless. And yours, bhavatya, yours, putraha, son, katham nayakaha bhavishyati, how he will become leader. Iti ahamapi drakshami, like that I will also see. Iti tiraskara purvakam muktavan asit. Like that, in a negligent way, tiraskara purvakam means in a very disrespectful and rejecting the claim of Chamundika, he told, Gacchati kale Simmabalaha Chamundikayaha Vishayam eva Vismrtavan. And as the days passed by, because it all happened in the youth when he became leader, now he is an old man, so he forgot all this Chamundika's matter. Kintu Chamundika swapatim krurataya maritavantam Simmabalam na vismrtavati. But Chamundika didn't forget the way her husband was killed in a very krurataya, means in a cruel way. Sa swaputram shikhimukam samartham kartum baudha prayatnam kritavate. So she made so much attempt to make his son a capable person. Tasyaha nirantara parishramasya phalena, by her continuous effort, out of the result, phalena, out of that result, Shikhimukaha khadgavidyayam mallavidyayam tarane dhanurvidyayam cha praveenaha sanjataha. So her son Shikhimukaha, khadgavidya in sword fighting, mallavidya in wrestling, tarane in swimming, dhanurvidya in archery, he became praveenaha sanjataha. He became very expert. Parantu aham praveenaha mahan veeraha iti bhavam saha kadapi anyesham purataha na pradarshitavan. But he never displayed to anyone that I am very strong and I am very great. Simmabalaha yadi shikimukam sarvavidya praveenam janiyat tarhi tam marayet iti bhitya chamundika api jagaruka asit. Simmabalaha, the leader, who is now old, yadi shikimukam sarvavidya praveenam janiyat. Sarvavidya praveenam shikimukam means the shikimuki who is expert in or who is well versed in all the vidya, all the knowledge. Tarhi then tam marayet, he may kill him. Iti bhitya chamundika api jagaruka asit. Because of that, Chamundika, his mother, she was very careful. Sarve kirataha militva ankalamma namikam devime prativarsham pujayanti sma. All these forest dwellers, ankalamma in that name a goddess, Devim, Prativarsham Pujayanti Sma. Every year they do some puja. Sorry. तस्मिन् उत्सवदिने एव नायकस्य चयनं करणीयम् इति कृत्वा तस्मात् पूर्वदिने एव स्पर्धाः आयोजिताः आसन् सिंहबलेन. So before that the leader is to be selected like that. Tasmin Ustavadine eva, on that festival day, Nayakasya Chayanam Karaniyam iti kritva. To select the leader, Tasmat Purvadine eva. Before that day, that festival day, Spardaha Ayojitaha Asan Simmabalena. By Simmabala, the competition was arranged. Tatra Trividaha Spardaha Asan. There are three types of competition was there. Prathama Shariraki Spardha Mallayuddha Dwara. The first competition is wrestling, which is showing the physical capacity. Dutiya Dhairya Sambadha. Second one is related with courage. Tada Khadgam Grihitva Vyagrena Saha. In that second, taking that Khadga means sword, Vyagrena Saha, with some tiger, Yuddham Karaniyam. So we can see in the picture like they are fighting with some lion. Antima Dhanurvidya Naipunya Sambadha. The third one, Antima, or the last one. Antima means the last one. Dhanurvidya Naipunya Sambadha. It is related with the expertise of archery. Sambadha related. Naipunya expertise. Dhanurvidya means the archery. So it is a samasta padam. Tasyam spardhayam devyaha ankalammayaha purataha sthalikasu haridra kungumam cha sthapyate. So tasyam spardhayam, on that spardha competition, devyaha ankalammayaha purataha, in front of that goddess Ankalamma, sthalikasu, in plates, haridra kungumam cha sthapyate. Means that turmeric and kunguma normally which you use in puja, they are placed. Sthalikaha upatayitva kevalam haridra kungumam cha devyaha vigrasya upari yatha patet tata banaprayogaha karaniyaha. Apatayitva, I'm sorry, I read upatayitva. Sthalikaha apatayitva means making that plates to fall. Kevalam haridra kungumam cha devyaha vigrasya upari yatha patete. Only the turmeric and that kungumam shall fall on the Devi, not the plate. Like that, tatha, like that, banaprayogaha karaniyaha. So like that, the arrow is to be shot. Like in Mahabharata, Arjuna, to get that Draupadi, the competition was made that he should shoot at the eye of that rotating fish by looking at the image down, like that, or the reflection down, like that. Spardhartam agatavan gane simabalaha. Spardhartam agatan, the people who came for the competition, ganadvaye vibhaktavan Simmabalaha. Simmabalaha broke them or divided them into two groups. Prathamam Mallayuddha Spardha Pravritta. First wrestling competition happened. Prathama Gane Karnashringaha, Dutiya Gane Shikimukaha cha Chitau. In the first group, it is like making competition between two groups, like there is a way. What we say, this quarter-final, semi-final, then final, like that, there is a way of selection. Like that, in the first group, Karnashringaha, who is in love with that Mallika, the daughter of that Simmabalaha. In the second group, Shikimukaha, who is son of that Chamundika, whose husband was killed by Simmabalaha. they were selected. Chitau. द्वितीयस्पर्धायां कर्णशृङ्गः शिखिमुखः च खड्गं गृहीत्वा व्याघ्रेण सह युद्धं कर्तुं पञ्जरं प्रविष्टवन्तौ. And in the second competition, both of them, Shikimukaha and Karnashingaha, they took sword and they entered the cage. Panjaram means cage of Vyagrena means tiger. यद्यपि द्वौ अपि व्रणीतौ तथापि द्वौ मिलित्वा व्याघ्रं मारितवन्तौ. Even though both of them were व्रणीतौ means injured, they together द्वौ मिलित्वा व्याघ्रं मारितवन्तौ. They killed the Vyaghra together, even though both of them were injured. तृतीया स्पर्धा अंकालम्मायाः उत्सवदिने एव प्रचलिष्यति इति सिंहबलः उद्गुष्टवान्. Udgushtavan means he announced the third competition will happen on the festival day of this Angalamma. Sarve tatah pratigatavantaha. All the people, they dispersed from there. Vyagrena saha yuddhasya anantaram karnashringaha shikhimukasya पूर्वापर विचारान् संग्रहीतवान्. व्याघ्रेण सह युद्धस्य अनन्तरं, after the fighting with the tiger, Karnashringaha, the best person in the tribal who is lover of that Mallika, Shikhimukasya Purva Apara Vicharan Sangrahitavan. So he started collecting all the data of that Shikimukha. Tada saha jnatavan yat Shikimukaha parakrami iti. Then he came to know that he is very parakrami, means he made so many wonderful or great works. Dhanurvidyayam Karnashringaha tavat pravinaha na asit. And in the archery, this Karnashringa was not that much expert like Shikimukaha. Ataha Parajayasya sambhavah asityeva. So he had the possibility of losing this competition. Yadi Shikimukaha jayati tarhi nayaka padavya sasya priyatama mallika api tadiya bhavishyati iti bhayat Karnashringaha tasyam ratravyeva mallikaya militva. Okay. If yadi means if Shikimukaha jayati, if Shikimuka wins, tarhi then nayaka padavya saha sasya priyatama mallika api tadiya bhavishyati iti bhayat. Out of the fear that if he wins, in addition to getting that leader post, his dearest Mallika also will become her wife. Out of that fear, Karnashringaha tasyam ratrav eva Mallikaya militva. So this Karnashringaha on that night met that Mallika and told, Dhanurvidyayam nitaram nipunam shikimukam jetum shaknomi iti mama vishwasaha nasti iti uktava. So he met that Mallika and told, I don't have the belief that I can win this Shikimuka who is very expert in archery. Bhavanapi dhanurvidyayam nipunaha eva khalu iti prishtavati Mallika. But Mallika asked, you are also expert, like that. Tada Karnashringaha uttavan. Then Karnashringa told, Dhanurvidyayam mama samanyam naipunyam asti iti etat satyameva chedabi shikimukam jetum yat naipunyam avashyakam tat sarvata nasti mama. I have some ordinary expertise, but the expertise needed to win Shikimuka, that I don't have. Spardhayam yaha jeshyati saha eva bhavatim parinetum arihati na anyaha iti. Whoever wins in the competition, he only can marry you, not someone else. Yetat shrutva mallika ashruni sravayanti yadi bhavata saha mama vivahaha nasyat tarhi aham atmahatyam va karomi anyam tu sarvata navrinomi इति उक्तवती. So this normal dialogue, if my marriage doesn't happen with you, I will suicide, but I will not marry others. पश्चात् तौ द्वौ अपि सम्यक् आलोच्य तस्यां रात्रौ एव शिखिमुखेन मिलितवन्तौ. On that night, both of them thought over and they met this Shikimukha. Karnashringaha Mallika Vishekam Swasya Anuragam Shikimukam Nivedya Prarthitavan Yat Avayohu Vivahaha Yatha Bhavet Tatha Karotu Iti. So both of them met this Shikimukha and told, expressed everything, their love and all. So you do something in such a way that our marriage happens. Mallika api tasya padayoh patitva he bhrataha mama ichcham purayatu iti gadgataswarena prarthitavati. So in a trembling voice, Mallika also fallen on the feet of that Shikimukha and told, "Oh brother, please fulfill my wish." Tada Shikimukha uktavan. Then the Shikimukha told, Bhavantau mama katinam pariksham kurvantau staha. Both of you are doing very difficult pariksha. Katinam pariksham kurvantau staha. Bhavantau, you too are taking a severe test on me. Yataha asyam spardhayam aham jayeyam ityeva mama matuhu cha asha. Mama matuhu cha. Because in this exam, I shall win like that is the wish of me as well as my mother. Bhavatu, bhavatu Karnashringaha mama ekasya prashnasya bhavane satyam uttaram. Okay, bhavatu. Bhavatu means, okay, let it be. Karnashringaha mama ekasya prashnasya bhavane satyam uttaram dadatu. Okay, Karnashringaha. He is telling to Karnashringa, Bhavatu Karnashringa, Mama ekasya prashnasya bhavane satyamuttaram vadatu. Okay, you tell the true answer to my one question. Nayaka padam mallika iti yetayohu yadi ekam bhavata chetavyam tarihi bhavane kim chinoti iti prishtava. So if you have to choose the leader post or mallika, which one you will choose? Anukshanam Karnashringaha Uktava. Immediately, that Karnashringa told, Nayakapadam mama trinasamanam aham Purnamanasa mama priyatamam mallikam eva chinomi iti. This leader post is like a blade of grass for me. Trinasamanam means valueless. That is the meaning. The leader post is valueless as like a blade of grass. Priyatamam Mallikam Eva Chinomi. Purna Manasa. With a complete mind. Purna Manasa means with a total mind. I will choose only Mallika. Tarihi Bhavatu. Iti Uktva Mallikam Sampresya Anantara Dine Tena Katham Spardhayam Jayaha Praptavyaha iti Dhanurvidya Sambadhan Kamshchana Sukshman Amshane Tam Bodhitavan. Okay, then it is okay. Like that, telling Mallikam Sampreksha and sending Mallika back. Anantaradine Tena, on the next day by that Karnashringaha, Katham Spardhayam Jayaha Praptavyaha. How to win in the competition. Iti, like that. Dhanurvidya Sambadhan Kamshchana Sukshma Amshan. Some little bit of details of that archery, tam bodhitava. He taught to that Karnashringaha. Karnashringaha api bhavadrishena mama guruna bhavyam asit. You are like my teacher. Mama tadrisham bhagyam nasti. Bhavadrishena mama guruna bhavyam asit. I mean, you are like a teacher. I am Tadrisham bhagyam nasti. I have no such bhagyam, means fortune. Iti uktva shikhimukhaya kritaknatam samarpya tataha Gatavan. And he showed high regards to the Shikimuka and went. अनन्तरदिने सर्वे जनाः कुतूहलेन स्पर्धां द्रष्टुम् अङ्कालम्मायाः देवालये सम्मिलितवन्तः. So on the next day, all people assembled to see that competition. Out of curiosity, they all were assembled in the Angalamma temple. Prathamam Shikimukaha Banaprayogam Kritava. First, Shikimuka made this archery. तस्मात् हरिद्रा कुङ्कुम स्थालिका किञ्चिदेव अग्रे गता किञ्चिदिव अग्रे गता and because of that Shikimuka's shooting of arrow, the plates it somewhat went forward tavadev. That's all. He didn't shoot as if to fall on the Devi, so it just moved that much. पश्चात् कर्णशृङ्गः स्थालिकां अचालयित्वा केवलं हरिद्रा कुङ्कुमं च देव्याः उपरि पातितवान्. Then this Karnashringaha, he moved the plate and made the turmeric and the kunguma to fall on the Devi. Sarve kirataha sandosham prakatitavantaha. All that community people, they showed happiness. Tada simmabalaha Karnashringam अलङ्कृते नायकीपीठे उपावेश्य स्वपुत्र्याः विवाहं तेन सह कारितवान्. Then the Simmabala Karnashringam Alankrite Nayakapite Upavesha, making him to sit on that Simhasana like Nayakapite. Nayakapitaha means Pitam. Nayakapitam is that seat of the leader, the chair of the leader, something like that. Swaputriyaha vivaham tena saha karitavan. He made the marriage also with that person. यद्यपि शिकिमुकः पराजितः तथापि तस्य शौर्यं पराक्रमं च दृष्ट्वा सिंहबलः चकितः. Even though this Shikimuka is defeated, but by looking at his courage and his adventurous activities, Simhabala wondered. पश्चात् सर्वान् विचार्य शिकिमुकः चामुण्डिकायाः पुत्रः इति ज्ञात्वा इतोपि चकितः. Afterwards he got all the information, and knowing that he is son of Chamundika, he was still wondered. तदा सः चामुण्डिकाम् आहूय भवती तदानीन्तनं सम्भाषणं स्मरति किम्? Then he called Chamundika and asked, Bhavati Tadanintanam Sambhashanam Smarati Kim. Do you remember on that day you said some dialogue? Bhavatyaha putraha nayakaha na bhavishyati iti aham uttavan asam khalu. Your son will not become leader like that. I told you, Tathaiva jatam. That only happened. Bhavatyaha pratiknyayaha ka gatihi iti upahasapurvakam prishtavan. So he made fun of Chamundika. What happened to your vow, that promise, like that? Tada Chamundika, mama pratiknya purna Simhabala. Oh, Simhabala, my vow is fulfilled. Tadatu bhavane madandaha asite. At that time you were madandaha, madena andaha, madandaha. You were blinded by your pride. अधुना तु किं प्रचलदस्ति इति ज्ञातुम् अशक्तः अन्धः जातः अस्ति इति उक्त्वा ततः निर्गतवती. But now अधुना means now. किं प्रचलत् अस्ति. प्रचलत् अस्ति. Both were together written with Jashva Sandhi. किं प्रचलदस्ति. What happened or what is going on? Iti jnatum ashaktaha andaha jataha asti. Now you are totally blind to know what is going on now. Iti uktva tataha nirgatavati. She went away from there. Tasyaha uttaram shrutva bhrantaha simhabalaha putrim ahutavan. And listening to the answer of Chamundika, the Simhabala called Bhantaha. He became confused and called the daughter. Mallika pravrittam sarvam pitaram niveditavati. And the daughter told everything to Simhabala, father. Tat shrutva vichitram idam. This is very vichitra, means it is unbelievable. Katham spardhayam parakraminaha eva parajayah nama iti asharyena uktavan Simhabalaha. How in a competition that a capable person is defeated, parakramaha, one who did so much uh, Parakrama is someone who did so many successful act, like that we can say. पश्चात् मासे अतीते शिकिमुखः कर्णशृङ्गेन सह मल्लयुद्धं कृत्वा तं जितवान्. Pashchat, after that, Mase Adite, after a month time, Shikimukaha Karnasringena Saha Mallayuddham Kritva, the son of Chamundika, Shikimukaha, he made a wrestling fight with Karnashringa and Tam Jitavan, and he won that fellow or defeated Karnashringa. Tesham jati nemanusaram atmanam jitavate shikimkaya namaka padam nayaka padam samarpitavan karnashringaha. So according to the practices in the tribal, he handed over the leader post to this Shikimukaha. Simhabalaha Shikimukam alingya bhavataha tyagaha apurvaha. And the Simhabala, he hugged this Shikimuka and told, your sacrifice is uncomparable and not at all seen. Yadyapi bhavane pada pada apekshaya bahu kaniyan tatapi bhavantam aham shiraha avanamaya namaskaromi iti uktavan. Mad, okay, pada like that I read. Yadyapi bhavan madabekshaya bahu kaniyan. Mat apekshaya madabekshaya. Here also Jashvasanti. Even though you are compared to me, bahu kaniyan, very young. Tathapi, even then also, bhavantam aham shiraha avanamaya namaskaromi iti uktavan. I will salute you by bowing my head to you. एतत् दृश्यं दृष्ट्वा शिकिमुखस्य माता अपि अभिमानेन आनन्दाश्रूणि श्रावितवती. So seeing this, Shikimuka's mother Chamundika also, with great abhimana, means feeling pride of the son's behavior and quality, Anandashruni Shravitavati. She shed tears of joy. So by this way, the Shikimuka became leader as her mother wanted, as his mother wanted. And Shikimuka also made Mallika and that Karnashringaha to live happily as husband and wife. Okay, very nice story. Hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed reading it for you. I will meet you in some other new story. Take care. Bye-bye.